1 year officially in the books with one of my favorite cameras that I've ever owned, the BMPCC 6K. What's up guys, this is Zach and I'm back, and I wanted to do something a bit different this week. Instead of just filming myself being a talking head while I drop in the occasional clip, which, let's be honest, can be boring as shit, I figured I'd make this video all about the camera itself and the stunning image that's instantly recognizable as only black magic. Funny enough, I initially bought this camera primarily for shooting YouTube videos, so I definitely wasn't the primary audience for a cinema camera in general. But man, that image. I just couldn't get enough. It was worth all of the functionality drawbacks to be able to create such high quality content. And that's what I've spent this past year doing. This camera has been relatively minimally rigged, a cage, a monitor, external battery, and that's about it, making it decently functional when out in the field. Now the key word there is decently. I definitely found myself jealous of my friends and their light A7S III rigs, effortless autofocus, and articulating screens. But once I got back to the cutting room, all sense of jealousy would instantly fade away. And that's my favorite thing about this camera. The flexibility with the footage and final product that you can achieve makes all those other inconveniences in the field worth it. Now, that doesn't mean I won't point out its faults. The battery life and need for an external battery is annoying. It means more weight and more cords. I also wish it had the ability to shoot 4K 120 FPS like the Sony. But this is a relatively minor gripe given that I can just shoot 2.8K at 120 FPS with a crop, and it looks just as good to the naked eye once you upload it to YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, this camera is a pain to film yourself with. Now, I won't complain because I knew this well before I purchased it, but I will point out it requires a lot more work to get things right when filming yourself, even when you're in the studio. So, all in all, the BMPCC 6K is probably my favorite camera I've ever owned. It's certainly not the easiest camera to work with, but it's compact enough that the motivated traveler can bring this camera along and achieve really great results. So, as the world opens back up, I hope year 2 provides me with even more opportunities to travel and film exotic places with this camera. France is up next, and I'm very excited to be bringing this rig along. See you guys next week.